Today we're gonna learn the kettlebell push press. So before you push press, make sure you know the kettlebell rack position, the overhead lockout, and the military press. All right, let's learn the push press as well as common mistakes to avoid. A great way to learn the push press is the thruster because you have to generate force with your legs and then transfer that force overhead. To do a thruster, clean the bell into the rack. Pull yourself down into a squat. Then explosively drive up out of the squat, accelerating the bell off your chest and into the overhead lockout. Actively pull the bell down into the rack and repeat. Here are some key points. You want to use a powerful leg drive to launch the bell off your chest. Your legs and hips are doing the majority of the work. Your arm is just simply finishing in the overhead lockout. Keep your abs braced the entire time. And make sure your standing plank is tight at the top. Practice the single bell thruster 5 times per side. Now that we know how to generate force with our legs and then transfer that force into the bell, we're gonna push press. Instead of going down into a full squat, you're gonna do a quarter squat and then use that explosive leg drive to launch the bell off your chest. As the bell passes your head, keep the momentum going with your arm and finish in the overhead lockout. The top of the push press is just like the top of the military press in that we are tight in our standing plank. So squeeze your glutes, pull your kneecaps up, brace your abs, anti-shrug those shoulders, and create full body tension from the neck down. Actively pull the bell down back into the rack and do it again. You can practice the single bell push press 5 times per side. By the way, here are 4 things to know about the push press. 1, it's a full body move, so it works your lower body, your upper body, and your core. 2, it allows you to get a heavier bell overhead compared to the strict military press. 3, it's one of the best moves for training full body power production and athleticism. And 4, the single bell push press is actually a great lift for beginners. With the push press, there are 2 options for lowering the bell down back into the rack position. Option 1 is the active negative, where we're pulling the bell down into the rack. This is what we do with the military press, and it's what we've been doing today so far. Option 2 is to catch the bell with a dip and an ab brace. Here, you're gonna let the bell do a controlled fall into the rack, and you're gonna absorb that force with your legs and abs. Both options are great, and they have different training effects, so just play with both and notice the differences. The breathing for the push press is similar to the swing. So do your power exhale on the leg drive, and then breathe in through your nose as you pull the bell down into the rack. If you're catching the bell with a dip, the breathing is slightly different. StrongFirst team leader Luca in Quebec does a great job of explaining the nuances of breathing in his push press video, so check it out. Now that you know the single bell push press, it's time to up the ante with double bells. All the same principles apply. We're simply adding more load, so we need to generate more power and more tension. Kick hard into the ground and explode the bells off your chest. The double push press is a more advanced movement due to the overhead mobility requirements. So if you have tight, sticky shoulders, work on improving that overhead mobility and work the single kettlebell push press for now. By the way, the kettlebell armbar is magic for overhead mobility, so check out our video on the armbar and just do it. Practice the double push press 5 reps at a time. You may already know that Kettlebell 101 is our ultimate course for beginners to kettlebells, and it's on LearnKettlebells.com, along with a whole bunch of workouts and other kettlebell lessons. We wanted to give our YouTube peeps some extra love, so click on the link below to get our entire kettlebell swing module for free. It's from the Kettlebell 101 course, and it takes you through 4 lessons and 2 beginner workouts so that you can learn the kettlebell swing really skillfully and really safely. Okay, and now back to the push press. Here are the most common problems I see with the kettlebell push press. Problem number 1, loose abs. Don't let your abs be soft or loose. Do keep your abs braced the whole time. Brace your abs as if someone's about to punch you in the gut. Problem number 2, not pausing at the top. Don't punch in and out of the overhead lockout. Do pause for 1 second at the top while staying tight. Own the lockout. Problem number 3, flaring the elbows. Don't flare your elbows out, no chicken wings. Do keep your arms connected to your torso in the rack and keep your elbows under the bells throughout the movement. Problem number 4, lack of mobility. Don't train the push press if you can't get your arms vertical in the overhead lockout. This can put your spine and your shoulders in a compromised position, which could lead to injury. Do work on improving your overhead mobility. In the overhead lockout position, your arms should be vertical and your spine should be neutral with a braced core. If you're struggling to get your arms vertical, add the pump stretch and the bretzel into your warm-up routine. It's in this flexible steel video. Problem number 5, shrugging the shoulders. Don't allow your shoulders to shrug at any point during the movement. Do keep your shoulders anti-shrugged and pulled down away from your ears. Problem number 6, muscling it up with the arms. Don't muscle the bell up with your arms. This means you're neglecting using your legs and your abs for power. Do use a powerful leg drive and braced abs to explode the bell off your chest. Your arm should simply kick in when the bell starts to decelerate and finish in the overhead lockout. Problem number 7, dip is too shallow. Don't shortchange the dip. Do find the ideal depth of your quarter squat that allows you to launch the bells off your chest with maximal power. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel because it really helps us create more kettlebell content. I hope this video made your push presses feel more powerful. If you like this video, you're gonna love this next one. All right, see you soon.